What's going on, Chemical Guys family? Thanks so much for tuning in for today's episode of Detail Garage. Now, a common problem that a lot of us have is on the interior of our vehicle, we get scuffs or stains that are just really hard to remove. So today we have this Infinity in the shop because the owner is recently doing some interior work on his home, and the renovations that he's been doing is a lot of drywall, and that's left a lot of the dust and as well as some of the fragments in the carpet, and that scuffs up the plastics and also the leather pieces around the vehicle. So today we're going to show you guys how to properly remove all this without causing any kind of discoloration or staining. So to begin, we're going to be using one of my favorite products, Nonsense All-Purpose Cleaner, because like the title says, you can use it on all kinds of surfaces, including your vinyl, rubber, plastics, even on your leather surfaces, but it's really going to help us gently remove any kind of staining, especially on the plastics and carpet. And all you have to do is dilute it to the desired dilution, and for today's purposes, we're going to be using a 10-to-1 dilution. And we'll start by spraying it onto the kick panels and all the lower valances, as well as the door panel. You don't want to overly saturate areas where like the speakers are and things like that, but we're also going to be using a large all in the details brush. This is the interior version, which has a very soft bristle. You can spray some of that cleaner into there. And all we're going to do is gently assist the Nonsense to help agitate it. And that foaming action is what's going to lift off any of the staining. And you can again use the same process around the vehicle, whether you have staining on your seats or carpet. Same idea. You just want to gently work the cleaner and let it do its job. Do the same thing along the lower door panel. This is an area as you get out of the vehicle, your shoe tends to scuff up the lower kick panel as well as the face of the speaker. And if this is left on the surface, it's a good chance it's going to stain it permanently, so it's best to get this off as soon as possible, especially if you're working in construction materials such as drywall, which typically will stain the darker color material. I will take a clean yellow microfiber towel, and if you didn't know, we use yellow for interior jobs just so we can, one, designate it for its purpose of being interior only, and also so you can see what you're picking up off the surface. This is when you can really see all the mess that you pick up. You can see the layer of dirt that's been collected off of the lower panel here. But color coordinating your towels is just a great way to not only keep your tools clean, but also to prevent any kind of damage to the vehicle, meaning that you wouldn't bring an exterior towel into the interior or vice versa, just to keep your car looking its best and also to add longevity to all of your tools and all of your towels, things like that. But on some surfaces, you don't need to go as extreme as using an all-purpose cleaner or a designated cleaner itself. You can use something like Total Interior, which is just basically a interior quick detail spray. And this is going to get rid of your fingerprints or any kind of oils or maybe light dust that you have on the side of the interior vehicle. And with this, you just simply spray it directly onto the surface or onto a clean microfiber towel. And then you just want to wipe away anything that's on there. And this is safe for, again, any interior surface. Your dashboards, door panels, seats. You can even use it on the carpet, navigation screens, and the glass. And this is just going to gently clean the surface while also adding a layer of protection against UV rays without adding any kind of sheen, so it's not going to glare on the dashboard or change the texture and look that you wanted. See how it goes back to a natural look here, very matte finish. And it feels very smooth and very slick. And this is going to help prevent any kind of future damage, but it's also going to make it really quickly to enhance the interior look of your vehicle without having to break out all kinds of cleaners or brushes. Just simply spray it on and wipe it off, and it's cleaning it and protecting it in one step. Now also, you're probably looking around seeing that there's still a lot of the fragments of drywall in the seats and on the carpet, so our next step is going to be to vacuum that off, and then we have some staining in there from being stepped on, which is a pretty common occurrence because as you get in and out of the vehicle, the material in your shoe, it automatically goes right to the carpet and then it just gets buried in there as you step and move around. So our next step is going to be to remove all that, and then I'll show you how to properly remove all that using some Nonsense All-Purpose Cleaner. Now Now after cleaning all the surfaces using Nonsense and also the Total Interior, you can see that we've revived a almost like new appearance in the interior here. And we've also removed the light scuffs and also the superficial scratches that were on the door panel, as well as the lower kick panels. But you can see there's still some light staining on the carpet. So now we're going to grab our nonsense again, and we're just going to spray the surface directly. But we're not going to heavily saturate it, just a few sprays. We're going to let that dwell. And then we're also going to take a nifty brush. And then rather than using the brush itself, we're going to wrap a clean microfiber towel around it. This is an old detailing trick just to give yourself a little more cleaning power, but you're also going to keep your brushes clean. You can also spray a little bit of the nonsense into that as well. And this is just going to remove the stain that you see on the emblems as well as any kind of stitching. And it also helps to revive the fibers of your carpet as well as any kind of fabric surfaces. Just with a little bit of elbow grease, you're going to work this back and forth. Same way that you were agitating with the door panel as well as the lower kick panels, you just want to assist the cleaner, let it do most of the work. This will lift off any little stubborn staining or any kind of lingering odors. Because a vacuum alone makes it look good, but there's always something hiding underneath the surface, so this will help to revive that like new look as well as that like new smell. Now on the brush, you're going to see that light layer of dirt and everything that was hiding on the surface. Take the brush out and I'll show you. Because a vacuum alone will make it look good, but again, like I had said, there's always going to be things that are just hiding in the fibers, so it's always a good idea to come back with either an all-purpose cleaner or if you're going to do a carpet shampooing, that kind of idea. But now we're going to fold the towel to a clean side, and we can just wipe away any of the excess cleaner. And you can always put on a protectant such as Fabric Guard to repel any kind of water spots or staining. It also kind of helps to protect the fibers of any kind of cloth or upholstery, especially your carpets though that take a lot of abuse. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. This is 2 simple products that are going to help keep your interior looking as best as they can while also enhancing the look. And when you're using the total interior, it also enhances a very fresh scent, which almost has a fresh linen scent. And it just gives a great feeling overall as you enter your vehicle. So guys, if you appreciated today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Drop your comments down below for any future videos. You can always check out these products on our website, chemicalguys.com, or at your local detail garage. And we'll see you guys next time.